because I worked with family and I was very intense. Because everybody says like, don't work with family, don't work with friends and family because it'll all just go bad. And I think it can go well if the expectations are set right, and then it takes two to tango. So both people have to understand the expectations and 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 live within those expectations, right?
Right.
So how are
I'll
you guys
start,
doing
and
that?
then Ricky, you
Okay.
can go ahead and give your 2 cents. Um, Maybe 1 cent, depending upon how far you go. Um, I think again the word intentional comes up. We have to be intentional about how we our dynamic, because he went away, and Ricky, when he worked for me, it was primarily high school, college, even middle school a little bit, and so that's a totally different dynamic there, and father son. And I remember, and he was right, which that pains me to say, but there was one time where I blew up on him, probably not fully necessary, but he that was in front of like a bunch of other people on the job, and he was in a little bit of a leadership position. um so I let that dynamic kind of do that, and then he said, you can't yell at me in front of people, and he was right. So um now I think we're in a really good spot now.
Yeah, I can see that too, and then having that goal and the vision that you've both agreed to, right? Now the conversations, as father son, turn less about like what I want or what you want personally. It's more about what we've already agreed and what we both want to go after. And you might see that path. You each might see the path being differently, but now it's just a different conversation. There's less emotions. It's like, hey, let's be a team. What's the best play that we need to run now to reach the end zone, right? Because you see the end zone, you're both going after the same end zone. And
Right.
so I think probably having that, right, having that understanding together helps with the conversations back and forth. Like Rick, you might say, well, I think we should do this. And Ricky might goes, well, I think we should do this. And now because you have the same end goal in mind, those conversations can be had a little bit easier as opposed
Right.
to if you didn't have that end goal in mind, Rick, you're just like, well, I just want it done this way because in the back of your
Just
head, you
because.
have a different end goal than Ricky has a different end goal, and neither of your plays might be wrong, or neither of your plays are essentially wrong. They might be both right because of the different because of the end goals that you have.